Good morning, students. Today we are going to see about the various controls used in ASP.NET. Here, each and every controls are named as server controls. What are controls? Controls are object, which is used to get input or display output or something act as an user interface for the user. That is, server controls are object in the ASP.NET web page that runs when the page is requested. That means while executing while executing during the execution, the requisition of page based on the requisition of page, the output are seen with the help of the server controls. Just go back to our fourth semester Visual Basic, there is also some controls. There, the controls are used for developing Windows-based application. Here, in ASP.NET, it is used for developing web-based application. For that only, it is named as server controls. Because each and every element are executed only on the Internet Information Server. ASP.NET is a server-side programming language. Here, many of the server controls are created with the help of HTML form element. Just imagine, students, you already studied it on the HTML. There, under the form elements, there are many more elements. Input type equal to text box, input type equal to password, input type equal to label, radio, input type equal to checkbox. These are all some of the controls which are used in the HTML. Just like here in ASP.NET, we are using the HTML, we are using some of the HTML form elements for many server controls. Here, many more controls such as calendar control, add rotator control are used in ASP.NET. All the server controls are executed on the server with the form, and each and every server controls are placed inside the form tag with the runIt equal to server attribute. All the server controls must have the runIt attribute because it will be runIt on the server. Next, here we are going to see about the types of server controls. There are two types of server controls. They are HTML server controls and web server controls. Why they are named as HTML server controls? Some server controls are developed with the help of HTML form element. So that they are named as HTML server control. These HTML form elements are make accessible on the server side code with the help of runIt equal to server attributes. Okay, next web server controls. Web server controls consist of several controls such as standard controls, rich controls, validation controls, navigation controls, login controls. Just remember Visual Basic. What are the standard controls? That means what are the general controls in Visual Basic? Label box, text box, image box, picture box, command button, radio button, option button, scroll bar. These are some of the general controls in Visual Basic. Just like here, they are named as standard controls. Next, rich control. Rich controls are calendar control and the add rotator control. Next, validation controls. Validation controls is used for validating the input given by the user through the user interface. How it is validating? It may be just validating the validity of the email by checking the format. It must consist of a symbol, it must consist of some domain and some subdomain. And while checking while verifying the phone number, how to validate? It must consist of 10 numerical digits, 10 integer values. If it is a age, it must be 2-digit value. It must greater than 18. Just these are some of the validations. You are already experiencing while doing some registration in online. If you left any field blank, finally, while you are submitting the form, it will display an error message. You must fill the field, don't leave blank. Otherwise, it will tell the error message as invalid mail ID or invalid phone number. These are come under the validation control. Next, navigation control. Navigation control are nothing but the anchor tag you are used in the HTML control. That is the navigation control. Here it is link button. They are navigation control. Next, login control. Login control are login, logout, forget password. These are come under the login control. Login control are nothing but we can create it from the standard control itself. But there is some complications or time consuming. Just we design it for placing the label box, text box, button, and write some code. For login controls are tailor-made control. Already the code are written for login. We just modify some coding based on our need. Next, we move on to the control class. Each and every control are derived from this control class. This control class has the namespace system.web.ui. You already know all the ASP.NET DLLs. Dynamic link libraries are fetched from the DLLs of operating system. So its namespace is stored from system dot. It is a web server control. It is used for developing web application. For that we are using the class web. After that, inside the web, it is used for user interface. So that its namespace is system.web.ui. It is common for our page class as well. Each and every object in the page or act as the child for that page. And the page is act as a parent for all the server controls contained in it. Next, what are the, here I am going to list out some properties, methods and events of control class. What are the properties of control class are ID. It is given for the identity for the control. Next, page, parent, visible, client ID, enable, view state. Next, what are the methods are data bind, find control, hash controls, render. Next, what are the events are data binding, disposed, init, load, pre-render, unload. Next, what are the namespaces of server controls? Already we studied about the different server controls, HTML controls and web server controls. For HTML server controls, we are using the namespace system.web.ui.html controls. For web server controls, we are using the namespace system.web.ui.web controls. System.web.ui is common for all the controls. For if you are using HTML controls, we are just inherit the HTML control class. While we are using the web control class, web server controls, we are just inherit the web control class. Okay, got it, students? Next, we are going to see the HTML controls. HTML controls are inherited from the system.object namespace. After that, system.web.ui.control. The root class is system.object. From that, system.web.ui.control. The system.web.ui.control consists of both the HTML controls and the server controls. Here, I explain the categories of HTML controls. The HTML controls uses the namespace. What is the namespace used for HTML controls? System.web.html controls. The HTML controls consist of three classifications of controls. One is for HTML input control, another one is for HTML control container control, and the third one is the HTML image control. HTML input control is used for giving input, and the container control is used for group some other controls, that is the container control. Next, HTML image control. The HTML input control comprises the HTML input button, HTML input checkbox, HTML input file, HTML input hidden, HTML input image, HTML input radio button, and the HTML input text. HTML input text means the text box which are used in our Visual Basic. Okay, HTML input button means the command button used in the Visual Basic. Okay, next HTML container control consists of HTML anchor, HTML button, HTML form, HTML generic control, HTML select, HTML table cell, HTML table row, and HTML text area. HTML text area is nothing but the text box which can allow the multiple line of text. HTML input text means the text box which allow only a single line of input. Text area will accept multi-line of input. Next, the HTML image. Next, what are HTML server controls? Server controls are useful for migrating the classic ASP application to ASP.NET application. Before we are using the ASP.NET application, there is an program where ASP active server page. There is no .NET framework, only ASP. Next, you can also turn any HTML tag into server control just by using the HTML generic control class. If we want to change an ordinary HTML element into server control, just by adding the attribute run at equal to server to the element tag. Next, here what are the tag, what are the class, and what are the properties of each controls, and what are the events for each controls. First, we are going to see about the HTML server control. First is HTML anchor. HTML anchor class means nothing but the anchor tag, that is hyperlink. It is used for hyperlink. It uses the tag A. A is for anchor, and here we are using the HTML server controls. For that, we are adding the attribute run at equal to server. What are the properties of HTML anchor tag means href, target, title, and the name. Next, there is no event. Next, button. It is just like a command button. The tag is button run at equal to server. The properties is called causes validation and the validation group. It act based on the validations. It has the event server click event. Next, form, HTML form. It has the tag form. By adding the attribute run at equal to server, because it is a HTML server control, for that we are adding the run at equal to server attribute. It has the properties encryption type, method, target, default button, and the default focus. There is no event for that. Next, the HTML image. We are using the image tag img and adding the server attribute run at equal to server, and it has the properties align, alt, border, height, source, weight. It has also no event. Next, HTML input button. Input type equal to button, run at equal to server. Its properties are type, value, causes validation, and validation group. It has the event server click. Next, input HTML input reset. Just like our reset in the HTML. Input type equal to reset, run at equal to server. Its properties are type and value. There is no event. Next, in HTML input submit. It has the tag input type equal to submit, run at equal to server. It has the properties type, value, causes validation, and the validation group. Next, input HTML input checkbox. It has also some properties such as checked, type, and value. Next, HTML input file. It is for uploading documents, uploading files to the web page. It has the properties accept, max length, posted file, size, type, and value. Next, input hidden. HTML input hidden. It has the properties type and value. Next, HTML input image. It has the properties align, alt, border, source, type, value, causes validation, and the validation group. Next, HTML input radio button. It has the properties checked, type and value. Next, HTML input text. It is just like a text box. It has the properties max length, type and value. Next, HTML input password. It is for entering the password. It is just like our text box. If we specify the input type as password, it will accept the encrypted, it will display the encrypted key in value. It has also the properties max length, type and value. Next, HTML select. HTML select is for, it is nothing but just like a drop down, just like our drop down list in Visual Basic. That is the HTML select. Its properties are multiple: size, value, selected index, data source, items, data text field, data value field. Next, HTML table. It has the properties align, BG color, border color, cell padding, width, cell spacing, height, no wrap, rows. Next, HTML table cell. Table cell means the intersection of row and column inside the table. That is the box which are holding a single value. That is the HTML table cell. It has the properties align, BG color, border color, height, vertical align cells. Next, the HTML text area. It is nothing but just like our text box, it will accept multiple lines of input. It has the properties calls, rows and values. Next, the events of HTML server controls. The first event is server click. We are all very experiencing on the server click. Click means while clicking the button in the page. The server click event is simply a click that is processed on the server side. It is provided by most button control and it allows to take action immediately. While we submitting the button, while we are clicking the button, there is some changes take place. Next, server change. This is the event respond. When these events are respond while we are making some changes in the text box or selection control. This event doesn't occur until the page is posted back. If until the page is posted back, this event cannot be done. The server change event occurs for all changed controls followed by appropriate server click. Next, web control class. Web control class. All the web controls are inherited from the web control base class. All the HTML controls are inherited from the HTML base class and HTML control base class, and all the web controls, web server controls are inherited from the web control base class. The web control class is derived from control class. So many of its properties and methods such as controls, visible and fine control are similar to those of our HTML server controls. It inherits methods and events of the control class. Next, what are the properties of web control class? Here I am list out the properties of web control class: access key, back color, border style, border width, CSS class, enabled, font, forecolor, height, ID, runnet, skin ID, style, tab index, tooltip, width. These are all the properties of web control class. Next, the standard controls, which is come under the web controls, web server controls. All standard controls are defined in the namespace system.web.ui.web control. We already listened it from the initial slide. Web controls have the features such as automatic postback. Basic web controls have the functionality which is same as the HTML server controls. These standard controls are inherited all the properties, methods and events of web control class. In addition to this, each and every standard control has their own properties, methods and events. Next, we are going to see the web server controls, that is the label control of the label web server control, which is used for display information display messages to the user. It uses the tag ASP.NET tag as ASP label, ASP colon label, and HTML tag is, it is come along with the HTML tag span/span. Next, its properties are text associated control ID. For example, the label is specified in our page just like this. ASP label ID equal to label 1, runner equal to server. We already studied about this because we must add the attribute runner equal to server. For what? Because it is a server-side programming language. Here the text equal to label. If we specify text equal to label, it will display the message as label. Here this is an example. Here this page, this is the toolbox, and this is the label box we are placing. While we place the label box here, it will automatically generate the source as sources ASP label ID equal to label 1, runner equal to server, text equal to label. Here the label box is display as label because in their code we specify text equal to label. Okay, got it students? Next we move on to the text box control. It is nothing but just like our text box in Visual Basic. It is an input control that allows the user to enter text. It may be a string, it either be string, number, special character, etc. By default, it will display only a single line of text. It also used to display multi-line, or it will mask the user input. For what purpose we are masking the user input? Yeah, it is for password. Okay, if we specify it as a password, just specify input type equal to password. By default, its tag is ASP colon text box, and HTML tags are input type equal to text. If we are specifying the text box as password, input type equal to password. If we specify the text box will accept multi-line of text, we specify the text area tag. Here is an example that here I am adding a text box. First I add the label box. Next here I add the text box. While adding the text box, the source page will automatically generate the source code as ASP colon text box ID equal to text box 1, runner equal to server. Here we doesn't specify the text attribute. So by default the text box will be blank. Here the text box. Next we are move on to know the properties and the default event of text box controls. What are the properties of text box? Text, text mode, max length, rows, columns, read only, wrap, auto post back, and the default event of text box is text change. Each and every action takes place in the text box while we entering any content in the text box. Next, we are going to see about the button control. It is nothing but just like our command button in Visual Basic. Here, the button control is used to create a push button on the web page. Push button means submit button or reset button or cancel button. These are the push button. You can create either a submit button or a command button. By default, the button control is a submit button control. It is an important one word. By default, the button control is a dash button, submit button. The submit button does not have a command name specified by the command name property associated with the button and simply post the web page back to the server. It will submit back to the server. While we are clicking the submit button, it will post the content back to the server. Next, it has the tag ASP colon button and the HTML tags are input IP equal to button or input IP equal to submit. While we adding the button in the web page, here I add the button, it will automatically create the source code as ASP colon button ID equal to button 1 run at equal to server text equal to button. Here text equal to button. The text property is used to which message will be displayed in the interface. Here I specify text equal to button. Here see the button has the message button. Button has the message button. Okay, we move on to next slide. Here I list out the properties and default event of the button control. The properties are text, causes validation, postback URL, validation group, use submit behavior, text align. Nothing but these are the properties. There are many more properties other than this. Here I specify the important properties of the button control. The default event of button control is click. Next, we move on to the link button. The link button is used for the hyperlink. It performs the hyperlink functionality. The link button control is used to create a hyperlink style button on the web page. The link button control has the same appearance as the hyperlink control but has the same functionality as a button control. It has both the functionalities of hyperlink control and the button control. It has the ASP tag as ASP link button and the HTML tag as A and /A. Its properties, methods and default event are same as the button control. It does not contain use submit behavior property of button control. Here, while we are adding the link button in our page, the source page will automatically create the source ASP colon link button ID equal to link button 1 run at equal to server. Here we don't specify the property text equal to link button. We just specify the message in between the tag just like this link button. Okay, got it students? Here we see the example link button. Specify the link button. There I specify the message link button. Here the button display with the message link button. Got it students? Next we are going to see about the image button control. Image button control is nothing but just like our button, the button which consists of some image. Image button control is used to display an image that responds to mouse click. While we click the button, it will display some images. By using the on click event handler, you can programmatically determine the coordinates where the image is clicked. Its ASP.NET tag is ASP image button and HTML tag is input type equal to image. While we adding the image button, it will the page will automatically create the page will automatically create the code. The page will automatically create the code ASP colon image button id equal to image button 1, runnet equal to server, height equal to, we specify the image button height and width and also specify the image URL. Here I specify image, the tilde symbol is used for specify the root directory image slash button.png. Here the button png consists of the image just like a button. This is the image button. Next, it has some properties and default event just like our button. It has the properties causes validation, post back URL, validation group, image align, alternate text and the image URL. The default event is click. Okay, got it students. Next, the hyperlink control. It is just like our link button control. The hyperlink control is used to create a link to another web page. This control is displayed as text specified by the text property. It can also be displayed as an image specified by the image URL. We can display it as either by image or by text. If both the text and image URL properties are set, the image URL property takes precedence. If we specify the image property as well as the text property, the first priority is given for the image URL property. If the image is unavailable, the text will be displayed. The tag is, the ASP.NET tag is ASP:hyperlink and the HTML tag is anchor tag. While we are adding the hyperlink control in the source page, in the design page, here the hyperlink button. Here this is the hyperlink button. While we are adding this hyperlink button, the source page will automatically create the source as this ASP:hyperlink id equal to hyperlink 1, runnet equal to server and the hyperlink. Here we specify the hyperlink so that the message displayed in the button as hyperlink. Next we move on to the properties of the hyperlink control and the default event. The properties of hyperlink controls are image URL, text, navigate URL and the target. The default event is click. Here the target property specify while we click the link that the page will displayed in the current page or other page or create in a new window. That means if it is open in a new tab or in a blank window or in the current window. Okay, got it students? Here itself I conclude this session. The balance web server controls are discussed in the next session. Okay, thank you students. Study well. Okay, thank you.